Meow.
Hello everybody, it is Ellie Diecast and we're back and we're going to be starting some new segments here over the next month or so. This one, which we're going to call the Loosies, this one is going to feature loose cars because, well, I've got a lot of loose cars around here and I really haven't been able to figure out a good format to show them off. I don't like just throwing them out there and talking about them because the different cars don't have anything much in common. Try this, and I think the way that this will work, if I can tie certain models together, I will. If I can show variations on the model, I will. Sometimes I'll do that, sometimes not, and some castings just aren't very good for that because they might not have a whole lot of variations to choose from. I'll try to keep it to, 20, 30 cars, something like that. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the Evil Twin, not the Evil Weevils. The Evil Weevils here have had their show, but the star of our show is the Evil Twin. Evil Twin here, he's been around a while. And I've got most of the castings. I'll warn you ahead of time, the one that I really don't have that I would like to have, and I tried to pick it up before I shot this, but wasn't going to happen, was the Treasure Hunt. Evil Twin Treasure Hunt. It's a really nice looking one, and I don't have it. I thought I did when I started this, and I don't, and it's one of the only ones that I don't have. We'll be able to take a look at most of the other castings, the wheel variations, and even actually a few kind of surprise pieces when it comes to the history. Interesting things about the Evil Twin that you may not know, and I'm going to switch the models out here as I talk, are it's basically built on a Cadillac, a 1950s Cadillac. I looked up 1950s Cadillac. I don't quite remember them looking like the Evil Twin, and they sort of do. I guess it depends on what your limitation is for for looking like something. The Evil Twin is definitely more stretched, and the back end is much more kind of tuned out or concepted out a little bit different. And I say 1950s because I don't think it's particularly built on any one. It's more of a grouping of them. And the 1950s Cadillacs are kind of interesting in themselves in that by the time the 1950s Cadillacs came out and they had this kind of Art Deco styling. If you're not familiar with the Art Deco styling, it's a lot of those large satellite extrusions that come out from the front of the car, the kind of bulbous pieces that are on the car, the fenders and the kind of over exaggerated parts and pieces of these Cadillacs. It was a little outdated by the 1950s. By the time we saw this particular type of Cadillac, they were a little outdated, and that's why they ended up eventually changing the Cadillacs in the mid-50s to look quite a bit different. I kind of think that the Evil Twin looks a little bit more like the Cadillac Unlimited than just a generic 1950s, but I think you can kind of see parts and pieces of the Cadillac all over it. I did ask my friend Ryan, and he helps me out with a lot of these videos. He's definitely experienced car guy. Ryan knows his stuff. I asked Ryan if it would ever be possible to fit two engines into a car like this. I think he got a kick out of that. It's probably not. These engines are pretty powerful engines if you're putting these things in there. Even something like a V8, if you put that in there, there probably isn't going to be enough room, that engine compartment, for two engines. And I would guess it would be awfully hard to tie the engines together. We just saw that one. Sorry about that. I had two. This one's one of the Halloween cars. This one came out a few years ago. Yeah, and as he said, the car would have to be extremely wide, or the engines would have to be very small. And probably neither is what they had in mind here with this one. Oh, we saw this one too, didn't we? Okay, sorry. I have doubles of some of these. I have them sitting over here for the intro. There's one. Now this one has a wheel variation on this one. I'll scoot that one back a little bit. Get both wheels in the picture. And you can see there are the two wheel variations. It also had a Walmart exclusive variation, and that is the black one that we saw earlier. Not very many of the Evil Twins are really worth very much. Like I mentioned when we started, there is a treasure hunt. There also is the Spider-Man Walmart exclusive version, which is really worth quite a bit. We'll see it last. This is one of the, I guess you'd call it harder to find ones, but this Joker version of the Evil Twin, which I thought was a pretty fitting car for the Joker. I could see the Joker riding around in something like an Evil Twin. This one came out in 2004, and it was part of the Batman 3-pack that came out that year. Here is the Too Cool, and this particular car, not an Evil Twin. It's the only one here that is not an Evil Twin. But it is kind of regarded as the Evil Twin tuned version. And I'll bring back in this Joker car, and you can see the back of it is really pretty similar. If I kind of tilt it up there, here, let's put it like that. We can put this, I thought he would stay. If I put the backs toward you here, you can see they're pretty similar. Now the engines in this one are lined up, and it's not really called an Evil Twin tune car, but I think a lot of people kind of consider it the Evil Twin tune car. It's got the exhaust coming out in basically the same place. So he is part of the family. He is a distant relative on the Evil Twin family tree. By the way, this one has some really cool teeth in the front. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. It's one of my favorite parts about that car. While we're still on purple, here is the first edition of the Evil Twin, just to tie all the purple together. This guy came out in 2001. We can get a good look. I don't know if it'll show up here. I'm going to zoom in real quick, but the Evil Twin has these teeth that look like the teeth from the creature from Alien on it, on the front. Very cool grill work on it. It's also got those big Cadillac kind of missile structures on the front of it. Here are two different gold versions. This one was part of the mainline. Let me scoop those back a little bit for you. This one was part of the mainline series. I don't honestly remember the year right off the bat. Was it the, I think it was 2002. It was pretty close to when it was first released. I think that's this one. This one is the more interesting one, in that we've got one of the classics cars. And if you know anything about the classics, they usually come out in a bajillion different colors. This one, not so much. There's 4 colors, and I don't have them. I have the pink version, but it is just buried. I looked for it, and I can't find it. It's with the classics cars, and I have them buried here in the garage. But this particular gold version came out in 2008 with the classics. It was part of Series 1. It also came out in a Spectra Flame Green, a Spectra Flame Copper, and a Spectra Flame Pink. The pink is the harder one of those to find, or at least the harder one for me to find. But I really like that one. That one's got a really nice paint job. Here is the Target exclusive Evil Twin, and this one came out in 2002. The Evil Twin came out about 10 times between 2001 and 2003, so they really used it quite a bit there for a short period of time. We haven't seen it a lot lately. It's been in a couple of the Kroger exclusives, and like I mentioned, the Walmart exclusive Spider-Man series, the Halloween series as well. It tends to show up, but we haven't seen it in the main lines for a while. Here is the 2009. This is the satin blue. Now this is the 10-pack version. You saw the mainline version right here earlier. This one is the 10-pack version. I like both of these a lot. They're really they're nice looking cars. There was also a dark purple version of this one that I've never seen. I mean, I've seen it on eBay, but I've never seen it in person. I don't think it's particularly rare. It just happens to be that I haven't seen it. But this is a satin color. I really like that one. This one's a satin black, too. Really like those two. Just really like those flames, how they start and move down. So here's something I wanted to show you while we're in the middle of our video. And I want to show you this. Here is the Big Mother. Big Mother. And you can see a lot of similar stylings on the Big Mother model. And so if I kind of turn them both sideways here, you'll see that Cadillac styling in the back. Let me move Big Mother up here, where it's kind of that almond shape there in the center. But that is the Big Mother, also based off of 50s Cadillacs. Another family tree member. There's the black Big Mother. Keep an eye out for a new video on these. I did figure out the wheels articulate. And I'm not going to show you now because I'm going to do another video, but it might be right after this one. Next one up is this copper colored one. This one has some really cool detail work on it. This one came out in 2010-ish, if I remember right. And then we didn't see Evil Twin again until 2013 with the Halloween model. So this was kind of the last one of that run of mainline cars and exclusive cars that were coming out every year for Evil Twin. Then he started to get a little bit rare, like an endangered species almost. Let's see. Let me make sure I showed all these to you. Got a few others here. Here is the burgundy colored Evil Twin. Another one that I really like, this one. And this one is from the Wastelanders series, so you guys that follow me know that's one of my favorite sub-series. That came out in 2003. That is really, I really like this one. By the way, the Demolition series, that's this one. Yeah, I think it's that one. This is the other series that I tend to mention a lot, and Evil Twin was part of both of those series. We already saw that car, but I meant to mention that it does show up in two of my favorites. Let's take a look. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. Now these are in their packaging, because I'm not going to take either of these out of their packaging. And the first one is, oh, I could take this one out of its package. It wouldn't hurt it, but I like the packaging on this one, so I've left it in there. And let me raise up my camera. This is one of the Halloween models. And there you go. That was last year's Halloween model, I believe. Yeah, 2013. Now this was a Kroger exclusive. It's got that big mouth painted on the side. And this is the one that everybody covets. This is the, I think this is what Evil Twin got known for. And that is the Spider-Man series Evil Twin. This was part of a Walmart exclusive set. The set itself was really nothing special. But this particular car was kind of like a treasure hunt within the set. And it ended up being very rare. Funny enough, when I went to go get my set, I wandered into Walmart and they had the set. And I looked at it and wasn't really all that impressed. But I picked up the set only because I figured if I did a video, it would actually pay for the set. So I picked it up, and I just picked this one up and didn't think anything of it. And I did notice that there were no other Evil Twins, but I thought that was weird. And it did occur to me, you know, well, maybe that Evil Twin is like a hard to find one. And then I thought, nah, if they're going to make a hard to find car, they're not going to make it an Evil Twin. They'll make it like a Mustang or something, but nope, that is the one. And when it came out, it was going for ungodly amounts of money. The cost has come down now to something a little more reasonable. it tends to hover somewhere between about a super treasure hunt and a treasure hunting cost anymore. You know, if you ever see one of these and somebody doesn't know what it is, you should pick it up, even if you don't like it, because you can resell it. That's what I'm here for, just to make sure you know what you're looking for. So that is going to do it for our video on Evil Twin. There are a few others out there that I do not have. I really would like to get my hands on those classics, the colors that I don't have, of course the treasure hunt, and then there's just a few main lines that I haven't picked up yet. If you want to trade or do anything to get those to me, let me know. I am interested, and I'll do another video if I get some more of them. Oh, you know what? One thing I did not mention, it just occurred to me, and what I meant to mention is that we are fast approaching our 400th video here at LE Diecast, and we will have another contest for our 400th video, and it will be the biggest, bestest contest we have ever had. So if you are one of those, and there's an elite group of you that love to be a part of those contests, keep an eye out for that video that will announce the contest, and I would expect it's going to show up somewhere around number 385 to 395. So keep an eye out for that so you don't miss it. That's going to do it for our video this time, folks. I will see you all later. Hope you enjoyed the Evil Twins. Evil Weevil says bye. Should do an Evil Weevil.